Hi, everybody. It's Amy here again for OCCA, and I've got another awesome presentation for you. I'm actually going to hand it right on over to Mandy and let her tell us a little bit about herself, why she's here, and how she's going to help us out here at Earth Festival. So, Mandy?
Hi, everybody. Yes, my name's Mandy Robinson, and I'm a local OCCA member right from Fly Creek, New York. About a year and a half ago, I took a course at Kripalu, which is located in the Berkshires and known primarily for its yoga teacher training. But they offered a new course on becoming an outdoor mindful guide. And so a year and a half ago, I went for 9 days. I have always enjoyed spending time outside and do feel better outside, especially in the woods. But there's actually some science behind this experience. The Japanese actually in the 1980s did a lot of research about the time that you spend walking primarily in the woods. So they found that spending time in nature lowers cortisol levels, lowers blood pressure, and your heart rate. So today I thought we'd just take a few minutes, kind of a coffee break, and remind you to, especially during this pandemic, to take a break from screens and to go outside. So I would suggest that you really leave all screens behind, even your camera or your cell phone. Before the pandemic, research showed that the average American spent 11 hours a day on some type of screen.
Wow.
And that was before the pandemic.
Right.
So I'm sure it's even more important now to just unplug and to go outside. You know, with this research, they've even shown that the phytoncides, that these essential oils that are emitted by trees actually does improve mood.
Oh, wow. Is that kind of the premise behind forest bathing? That's what they call it, right? When you take a walk in the forest, is forest bathing?
Exactly.
Nice.
And forest bathing isn't rolling around in pine needles or anything. It's just,
right? Like
it's just spending time
Yeah.
in nature and making sure that you are present. It is not a cardiovascular workout. It's a time to just be with nature, take a couple deep breaths, do some stretching before you start walking. But you're right, the forest bathing influence has been a part of this course, as well as Native American teachings, you know, that remind us to respect the other than human world, they call it, when we're taking time in nature and just being open to all the gifts that nature has to provide us.
That's wonderful.
So in order to do that, you have to go outside. So I'm going to give you a few very simple things that you can do. You can do it anywhere. It just requires that you be outside.
All right, so everyone's assignment after watching today's informational cafe is to put your screens down and go outside and try some of these tips and tricks. Does that sound
Yes,
what we want? Okay, perfect.
exactly.
And how do you want them to return their homework to let you know that they've done it?
They will be relaxed. And
Perfect.
that will be enough. And your family will thank you also for taking a break and getting some fresh air.
All right. Very good. So I guess with no further ado, we'll jump into the tips and tricks. Sounds
Thank
good?
you.
All right.
So the first thing you need to do is give yourself a break from screens and go outside. Close your eyes and take some deep breaths. This is also a good time to do a little stretching if you'd like to. Open your senses to the gifts of the natural world. Notice textures and layers. And then thank yourself for taking a break. So I encourage you to get outside every day. Spring is the perfect time to watch the flowers come up. The birds are back. Spend some time listening. If you have a chance to just sit and take it all in, I would encourage you to do that. And just get outside. It doesn't matter what the weather's like. Every type of weather has something new to offer. Just take the time to notice and be present and be unplugged.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Mandy, so much for bringing this awesome information to us. Now, do you put on any other programming that you want to include, or just kind of have people be able to connect and find ways that they've been out doing this kind of stuff that, you know?
Well, I'm hoping that when the pandemic is all over, I'll be able to organize some walks where people can join me, either in combination with Jeff, perhaps, whether it's keeping with birds in mind or
Yep.
just getting people together to do it together. It's, usually outdoor mindfulness experience takes about an hour, and this is a very abbreviated version.
Right. A very
But
well.
we're
That's
so
fantastic.
lucky to live in such a beautiful place with trails, and this should reduce your stress.
Right.
Clock is,
Right.
and it's free.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, we look forward to hosting something soon as we're able to have you out and about and having people come experience one of these outdoor mindfulness adventures together. And thank you again for joining us for Digital Earth Festival. It's wonderful to have you.
Thank you.
All right, have
Get
a great
outside.
day. Yes, outside, everybody, go. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.